red corner.
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. Perfect punch. Doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. Good defense stopping that jab. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
You want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin him down. Throw a blanket on him.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They exchange punches. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Those counter punches have to hurt. Throws the uppercut but misses. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot... Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That counter punch caught him clean. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Got caught right through the guard with a big uppercut, and this time he might go down. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. To see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. And that hook misses. Beautiful counter shot. Talk about Ali in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think.
Let's get it started in round three. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That jab was blocked. A perfect counter lands. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Good counter punching. Good counter punching. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. He is down. On to the fourth we go. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. This is a battle royale between two heavyweight bombers. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's what...
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ali in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to go back out there and needs to win this fight. And there's the bell for round 5. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Nice defense on that hook. Holding nothing back here in the round. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough. I don't believe it. Jack Johnson is down. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to me. Are you okay?
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in a round.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Johnson in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You're being put down.
On to the 6th round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Good counter punching. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Swing and a miss with that jab. Caution is being thrown to the wind. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Block that right hook. Both men step back for just a moment. You'd like to see more jabs. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Ali in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them. Here we go. It's round 7. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch, counter punch. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you stay calm, play cool.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Big left there, but misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Wow.
Round 8, and we're off again. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Beautiful counter shot. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The courage on display here is incredible. Nice counter shot. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Neither fighter willing to slow down. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, there was... Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
They're giving us a high-tempo show. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest.
We've made it to round 10. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him, Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
A perfect counter shot. No rest for the weary. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Oh, no! Ali is down! Wow, let's take another look at that.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Hard, he's off. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown. And there's the bell for round 11. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
That combination was blocked. Nice counter shot. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. Nice. Oh my God, Johnny. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? Has somehow weathered the storm.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punching. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this. And there's the bell to start round 12. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. The Galveston Giant in real trouble now. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter. Is he going to punch himself out, though? You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Good defense on the right uppercut. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And Jack Johnson is dazed. I don't believe it. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight. What a...